Alright, so that was kind of weird. Welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Nightdagger, episode 25. For some reason, this is actually attempt 3 at recording. I was getting a lot of frame rate issues jumping around on me, and I checked and my audio driver had gone berserk and was eating up almost 2 gigs of memory, so I had to cancel it out. It shouldn't affect the recording at all. I think it's just to set the settings and not necessarily to, monitor or keep them that way. So I don't think I need it running, but hopefully my audio turns out okay. Anyway, I did go ahead and craft the 6 reactor chambers off camera because I was having so many lag issues. And I thought it was related to the logistics network at first, so I went ahead and crafted these off camera. I did teach my system how to make 2 more things. I taught it how to make reinforced stone, pretty important if you're building a nuclear reactor. And I taught it how to make overclockers. And then I came over here, and each of these machines I added a transformer upgrade, and 3 more overclockers, and then I took out the LV transformer there, so these are running on an MV line now. Other than that, I really haven't done a whole lot. Went ahead and got my bees going again. Been kind of neglecting them. I need to go back and do something with them soon. Start actually doing some bee breeding. But first I want to get my power situation sorted here. And what better place to put a large, dangerous toy than right under town square, huh? So let's go ahead and put our reactor here. Let's dig this out a little bit. And basically, I'm just going to dig out a nice sized room. Eventually, what I'm going to want, I think this is going to be good enough for the moment, because the reactor, the first chamber is going to be on the floor, and yeah, that'll work. Alright, so we need to take the floor down 1 more, and reactors are going to be 3 by 3. So let's dig out actually 1 more square, or 1 more level this way. And that will allow me to make a 5 by 5 room, which will have a 3 by 3 on the inside that is double shielded. Alright, and for the moment, let's go ahead and tack a torch on the wall. That won't be permanent. Never pass up iron when I see it. Go ahead and fill that in. Alright, now let's come up here, and there's a change that I've been wanting to make to this logistics system for a while now, because I'm frequently doing work down here. I think I want to put a logistics pipe right there so that I can request stuff out of the network from the basement. And of course, I did not bring any logistics pipes with me. I heard something move up here. Oh, it must have been that wisp off to the side. So, come up here, get into the buildcraft chest, and let's grab our basic logistics pipes. And I think also off camera, I went over to check on my buildcraft room over there. So I think off camera, I'm going to change my lava teleport pipe out and turn it into a regular golden pipe if I have enough gold, or just a stone pipe if I don't. Because I'm having some pretty serious issues. Let's break that, put that there, and then let's go ahead and put that out there. So now I can send requests from down here. Let's send a request for some reinforced stone. As soon as I figure out where it is, that's gray wool. There we go, reinforced stone. Let's request 32 to start. I came down here and I set my system to start processing cobblestone into smooth. which I probably should change that back pretty soon. Let's go ahead and change that back now, because I don't want it overflowing my system. Just in time to come over here and grab a whole bunch of reinforced stone. And we'll come over here and start building out this room. Now, the 32 that I requested isn't going to be nearly enough. I'm already well aware of this. But it'll be enough for me to get a basic layout of what I want to do. The nuclear reactor itself is going to be centered on that square there. That's how high it's going to go. And then over top of that, I'm going to need to have some water pouring down over the top of the thing. So, am I going to be able to take this 2 more up without digging out? That's what I was afraid of. That's okay. Not terribly concerned about that. The reinforced stone will hold up the gravel. So let's go get about another stack of that reinforced stone. There you are. For this episode, I think I'm just going to primarily concentrate on getting the reactor in place and start loading that up with goodies. Put the gravel in there. And then sometime in the near future, I have to get a mass fabricator going, because that's what I'm going to do to deal with all that scrap. Someone left a comment in my last video saying, why don't you just turn it into scrap boxes? You can get all sorts of good stuff from it. You can get diamonds, and you used to be able to get good stuff from it. Nowadays, it's kind of junk. They're called scrap boxes for a reason, and the stuff that you were getting out of them in the previous versions of Industrial Craft was too good. So they got nerfed pretty heavily a while back. And they don't produce crap anymore. Which is why I'm not turning all of my scrap into scrap boxes. If it produced good stuff, I would, but it doesn't, so I won't. Alright. And that is going to be the ceiling level. Now, this will be the ceiling level. Can I reach up there? I can now. Alright, let's go ahead and just completely ruin the sidewalk up there. Hopefully no test certificates will fall in here while I'm messing around with this. It's nighttime out, so they should all be in their houses. Completely oblivious to the fact that I'm building a very dangerous toy under the village. And then right here, I actually made a mistake. I don't want that. Or wait. No, I do want that. Go ahead and fill the rest of this in. It's here that I want to drop it, because right over top of this torch I want the ceiling to be a little higher, but the rest of this I don't need it quite so high. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it that high just because I can. It doesn't really matter that much. And I want to make sure I have good water flow over the top of this reactor. Because in this version of Industrial Craft, water flowing over a reactor actually does a pretty good job of cooling it. the newest version of Industrial Craft, that no longer works. But I'm still playing 1.2.5 in this world, so it does still work here. Alright, and almost done. I'm gonna need maybe another 8. I'll order another 16 to be safe. I have nothing flowing through my logistics, or nothing flowing through my system at the moment. My quarry must be resetting. I find it strange that there's nothing going through my system. Well, there went a bar of bronze, but that was from the request. I wonder if my quarry somehow ran out of biogas. I suppose it's theoretically possible because of the problems I've been having with lava. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised. And 1, and then we need to bore this out, because this is where the power cable is going to run. Now, the reactor that I'm making is not going to be super dangerous. It classifies as a Mark II 15, which in industrial craft speak means that this reactor is capable of running 15 times before it requires a cooldown period. Unless you're babysitting the thing for a couple of days constantly without sleep, you probably aren't going to blow it up. So it's safe. That quarry is bugging me more than it should. I really need to get that lava cell production sorted. I bet you if I walk over here to my buildcraft... Ooh, that's a mess, isn't it? Bet if I walk over here to my buildcraft room, we'll see a whole bunch of... Whoa! Zombies! Not what I wanted to see. We're gonna see... There's... No, there's lava in there. Oh. Well, why is my biogas cans just sitting in there? Why do I not have any saplings in there? Did I run out of saplings? This is vintage Nightdagger for you, huh? Get to building a ridiculously complicated thing, get hung up on a frickin' logistics problem. Alright. Good. Good. Yeah. Am I out of saplings? Wood, forestry supplies. I have plenty of rubber tree saplings. Flowers. I think I might actually legitimately be out of saplings. Well, for the moment, let's go ahead and throw the biomass cans in here. They're going to get sucked out. And I need to reactivate these farms, apparently. I can't even remember how I had these things running. I think I had redstone torches underneath them. Let's double check just to make sure that is the problem before I get too terribly distracted by it. Yeah, I have 5 spruce saplings and 12 jungle saplings, but no regular saplings. That's crazy. Alright. we're going to request all of my redstone torches. We're going to request ten redstone and 10 sticks besides. And we're going to make some more redstone torches. And we're going to turn these farms back on. So, dig down, and how did I have this? Torch, 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 that's how. That's going to produce a lot of rubber for me. And then if I come down here, we do torch, torch. That'll get that going again. Get my arboretums running, chopping down some trees, get me some good stuff. And most importantly, get me some of those saplings. And a ton of sand influx too. And then we may as well reactivate the peat bog while we're at it. Couple torches there, gets that job done. Alright. Now that that's taken care of, stop for a bite to eat. And I'm going to need a couple more supplies. I'm going to need, say, 3 diamonds. Going to need some metal, specifically. Need 6 silver. By the way, inventory tweaks, neat trick for anyone who didn't know. If you hover your mouse over something and roll your mouse wheel up, you can pull supplies out that way. And we'll come in here. We're going to need some more glass fiber. And we're also going to want to come over to our red power chest. We're going to need some red alloy. We'll take a knot gate, sure, why not? Jump back down in the basement where our dangerous toy is going to go. I should have a lot of influx coming through my sorting system now. No? Still nothing? System's jammed. How is the system jammed? Oh, I don't get it. Alright. Well, I know one way to clear the jam. Where is that iron chest? I know I have an iron chest in here. There we go. Request you. And the rubber jammed it. How did the rubber jam it? Singularity compressor. Oh, because I never replaced the extractor. Well, that's a problem. We'll have to deal with that. Not necessarily right this moment, but we will have to deal with that at some point here. For right now, we'll just pull this out, and we'll just let rubber discharge out miscellaneous. It should clear itself out here in a bit. Alright, enough getting distracted. So, since we so happen to have a block of rubber wood here, I'm going to set that down. We're going to put the nuclear reactor on top of the rubber wood. We're then going to break the rubber wood. And then around that, we're going to start placing the reactor's chambers. One there, one there, one there, one on the top, one on the bottom, and we will put one in the front, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. We need to get the water going first. And I also think I'm going to want this to be just a little higher in order to keep the water from rushing out. Maybe even one higher. Because that way, damn my mouse. I just bought this mouse. It's already threatening to die on me. Because this way I can have the water sitting there, and it should flow down over this, and I don't think it will make it out here, but we'll find out in a minute here. I need a bucket. Do I have a water bucket in the system, or am I going to have to make... I'm going to have to get some water. I knew I brought you for a reason. Come over here, we'll steal a bucket of water from our reed farm, and we'll just pop back down in here. And let's pop that down there. And then I should be able to put the water right there and have it pour over the entire reactor. And it won't come out this far. Now, over here, we're going to have a redstone or a red alloy wire that's going to be connected to the reactor chamber, and it's going to come out to the wall here. It's going to come down the wall. Here it's going to connect to a NOT gate, because for some reason, if a reactor is receiving a redstone signal, it turns off. If it is not receiving a redstone signal, it turns on. So I want it to be receiving a redstone signal right now, because I want it to be off. And then when I apply the redstone signal to it, I want it to turn on. Or when I flip the lever, I want it to turn on. Not when the lever isn't flipped. I know what I'm saying. I know I probably made sense enough that you guys got it, but I'm not very eloquent today. There, see? I flipped that. The redstone signal turns off. The reactor turns on. Over on the other side, we're going to want the glass fiber coming from here outside to connect into our power grid right there. Now comes the fun part. The internal components for the reactor. First of all, let's double check our system here and make sure it cleared the backlog. It's still running alright, it looks like. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something with my buildcraft system over there, my logistics system. I may just leave this running and just start mass producing biogas. First of all, let's dump off some inventory. We don't need this cobblestone, or that, or any of this nonsense. Don't need the peat. Shouldn't need the buildcraft wrench for right now. Shouldn't need any of this other stuff. We really don't need you. Don't need that. Don't need the torch. What we do need, and I apologize that you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but I need to pull up the picture that I have on my phone of my old reactor layout. Where is it? Memory card, images. There we go. Alright, for this I'm going to need a lot of integrated heat dispersers, I'm going to need a lot of coolant cells, and I'm going to need some uranium cells. It looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 heat dispersers. Let's go into the basement and request those. That way we can just put them right into the stupid reactor. Because these things do not stack. Put the requests in here. We need 20 AU. Missing 20 water cells. That's great. Need to automate my water cell production too, apparently. Am I getting some saplings now? Yeah, I got a few excess saplings. I'm getting some more wood in here too, which I've actually been kind of concerned about. I haven't had a lot of wood recently. I'm going to have all of my resin and rubber wood going to miscellaneous, but that's okay for now. Distracted. Metal bars. Tin. 16 bars of tin becomes 64 cells. Put those down on my hotbar and go for a swim. I've always found it easiest to fill these cells when you're walking on the bottom of a lake or something like that. It's slightly dangerous, especially if there's like thalmic slimes chasing you around, but you can basically just spam right click and you're pretty much gonna pull enough from nearby places that you'll keep your air full. There we go. 64 cells done already. So weird seeing these farms running again. Alright, let's throw these into the system. It doesn't really matter where, but we'll toss them into the industrial craft chest. We'll get this ready again. And you, please give me 20 of these. Thank you. And we'll do this. Don't really need to do that, but I kind of want them to land in my inventory and not on my hotbar. Just because I'm OCD like that, I guess. And now we wait for the extractor. This is why I overclocked the thing earlier. Now we're going to wait forever for the logistics system to fill my request, apparently. It's taking a long time. Why for you take so long? Alright, well, while we wait for that, let me count up the number of coolant cells I'm going to need, and double check the number of heat dispersers. Let's see, heat dispersers was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yep, 20 of those. Oh hey, now we got them coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29. It should be 30 coolant cells. And come on, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20. Good. Back over here we go. And then if we come in here and access the reactor, that, and then skip one and there, and then skip two and there, put one there, put one there, then some there, and there, then two there, one there, one there, skip two, and then one and one, then one, and one, and one, and one. That should be the layout for that. Now, we'll come over here and we'll get the coolant cells, of which we are going to be requesting 30. We're also going to request 4 refined uranium. And we need to request... Do I have any just plain cells? I have no empty cells in the system, and my system doesn't know how to make them. That could be a problem. Yeah, we'll request the 10. Take an empty cell, put uranium next to it, you get a uranium cell. Alright, now, when I come over here to the reactor, since the reactor is currently receiving a redstone signal, I should be able to safely put the uranium in the reactor. If these uranium cells take damage, something's wrong. See how it's not taking damage? That means right now the reactor is safe to put items into. Now that's where the uranium cells are going to go. The coolant cells that I get are going to go everywhere that there is not a uranium cell. So, you can just go through and shift-click these if you have inventory tweaks. Go grab the last couple. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the full reactor layout for a Mark II 15 reactor. I can't remember offhand how much this reactor produces, so I will show you how to find out. And I don't believe I've made one of these toys yet, and I usually don't make these because they don't play nicely with inventory tweaks, and they just end up pissing me off every single time I make them. but we request 4 copper cables, 1 electronic circuit, and 1 piece of glowstone. That's another reason why I need to fix this teleport pipe thing that I have going on. As long as I use teleport pipes, I can't go to the nether. And not being able to go to the nether is starting to drive me absolutely insane. Because there's so many neat things you can do in the nether, and I can't do any of them. This gives you a nifty little toy called an EU reader, which will basically does exactly what it says on the tin. We take a reading off this line here, not with our remote orderer, and it'll tell you your power that's coming in off this. We expect 64 U per tick because that's a medium voltage solar array and it's daytime, so we should be getting 64 U a tick. We're not getting anything from these right now because they're not running. Our MFSU is actually starting to catch up a little bit, which is good. Let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. If we look in here, we'll see that the reactor, the components are now starting to take damage. That means they're running. And if we take a reading off of this line, we're going to get 100 EU per tick. So, this is 100 EU per tick from a reactor that is totally safe to run pretty much constantly. The only way you're going to blow this thing up is if you stand next to it and replenish these uranium cells every single time they run out, or if you're an idiot and start removing components. As long as you don't do either, you're fine. I may at some point come in here, because you can set this nifty little thing here. I may set it so that it automatically knows when it's full and shuts the reactor off itself. But if I do that, that is going to be... Oh, lag spike. That is going to be something for another episode. I think this one's run about long enough for now. This has been Nightdagger with Let's Play Modded Minecraft, episode 25. I think between 25 and 26, I'm going to get my build craft room fixed so that it's no longer relying on teleport pipes. And I might switch it away from an on-demand system to just kind of a constant supply system. But we'll see where it goes. I will catch you guys next time.